Hey everyone, welcome back to Animals and Aquatics, right here on Cloud9 Radio. And today we're going to teach you how to keep your fish alive past 30 days. That is right, I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for you to have a successful fish and aquarium experience. Whether you're a new, a novice, or intermediate expert, you might find some of these tips useful. Before we get started, however, if you are new to the channel, we will be giving away a PlayStation 5 in the game of your choice. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, all you gotta do to be entered to win is leave comments in the comment section and be an active subscriber. That's it. But without further ado, let's get into our top 5 tips on how to keep your fish alive past 30 days. All right, so the first tip is a big tip, guys, and that is know your fish. That is right, do some research on the fish. So what I mean by do some research, if you are new to the aquarium game and you are thinking about picking up an aquarium, see what type of fish you like. Go visit a few pet stores, aquarium stores, and places like that to see what fish it is that you like. Do you like the eels? Do you like the betas? Do you like schooling fish? Once you know what type of fish you want, guppy, beta, whatever it may be, angelfish, do some research on that particular fish. Find out if it likes warmer or cooler waters. Find out things of that nature. Find out what it likes to eat, its temperament. Is it an aggressive fish? Is it a fin nipper? So those are all things you want to know. Will it eat off the bottom of the floor? Will it only eat from the top? Are they live bearers? Do they lay eggs? Those are all things you might want to know about your fish. So get to know your fish. Don't be scared to spend a day or two just researching videos or reading topics about that particular fish, especially if you're going to go for something like a beta fish. Our second tip, now that we know our fish, is to choose the proper tank size for your fish. Guys, now, this is very important. Too many times I hear people saying they're gonna start a sorority beta community and they wanna put 9 or 10 beta fish in a 20-gallon tank. Whoa, you're just asking to come home into red waters. We'll leave it like that. You're asking for trouble. So make sure for your fish, you're choosing a tank or an aquarium that has an appropriate size. That is right. Tank size is very important because you might get your fish when they're small, but they're going to get bigger. They're going to continue to grow. And that goes into knowing your fish, knowing what size tank your fish would be good in, how warm, the water parameters, and things of that such. So now that we know our fish, we've chosen the proper tank size, these next 3 steps are going to make sure you keep the fish alive that you have just learned about and chose to house. And that is number 3, choose the appropriate filtration system. Whether you use a sponge filter, a mechanical filter, you're using plants, no matter what type of filtration system you're using, make sure you use it. You want to keep that water clean, pristine, and a nice, safe environment for your fish to live in. So proper filtering. Doesn't matter what type you use. Sponge filter, plants, mechanical filters, whatever you choose to do, just make sure you choose one. The next step, the 4th step, and another important step that people forget, and that is your cleanup crew. That is right. You're probably not going to want to jump inside your tank all the time and clean it out. So why not find you a friendly fish or aquatic creature, aquatic animal that likes to clean for you? Snails, shrimps, even fish like guppies that continuously eat will go to the floor and clean up some of that leftover food that makes its way to the bottom of your tank. So look into fish that like to get towards the bottom and eat and things like that. Algae eaters, shrimps, snails, all those good cleanup crew type fish. You want to add one of those guys to your aquarium. And if they're small, you might want to add multiple. So that cleanup crew is my fourth tip. And my fifth and most important tip, guys, that I can give you for keeping your fish alive past 30 days. And that's going to be consistency. That is correct. And what I mean by consistency is, I want to say this to not make some aquarists mad, but you don't want to go changing your water once a week. All right? Fish like consistent water. That is correct. They'd rather be in a dirty water environment than have you taking them in and out the water all the time. In fact, I never take my fish out the aquarium unless I'm stripping the aquarium down and just cleaning it all together. And that's probably because another fish is going to move into this aquarium. Guys, that consistent water parameters, I like to use the 10%, 20%, 50%, and 70% max water change. That is very important. Think about when you take the water out, you're losing all that bacteria culture that's going to have to repopulate, all that beneficial bacteria and things of that nature. So keeping the water consistent. That is right, guys. You do not have to empty your tank to clean it out. I'll show you some cool tips and tricks on how to keep your fish tank clean on another video. That way you're not worried about emptying your tank. But if you want to keep your fish alive past 30 days, follow these tips and stick to that fifth tip. Just remember consistency. All right, let's equate me to the fish. So imagine taking me and throwing me into the vacuum of space, how that's going to affect me, and then fall back into breathable air. That's kind of like what you're doing to a fish when you take it out the water. Most people use fish nets. In fact, when I catch my fish, I don't even use nets, guys. I use something like this. Let's see if I can get it in there. A nice huge 1-quart cup. And what I do is I'll have them at the top and I'll let the water sink in and the fish sink in with the water. That is how I remove my fish, guys. I'm not netting them. You stress your fish out when you do that. When you put them in a net, take them out the water into the air. That's the most likely time for you to lose your fish, is during those stressful exchanges. Moving them from the fish store to your aquarium. There's a high risk that you could lose a fish there. That's why they give you 14 days, and most stores are so many days to get your fish in the tank and acclimated. So it's very important, guys. Don't be taking your fish in and out the water. Keep the water consistent and know your fish. And right now, it's feeding time. Everybody's hungry, they're circling the top. They can hear me talking. The fish know me, they know my voice. They're smarter than you think. As soon as I come out, they all come towards the front of the tank and like, where is my food at? Also, if you choose to get betas, they're awesome guys. They'll let you pet them. They can learn tricks. And once again, they're very observant. Whenever I come around, they like to come to the top and look at me and wait for me to feed them. But guys, that's my 5 tips that I have for keeping your fish alive past 30 days. If you have any additional tips for our new aquarium hobby keepers, throw them in the comments. Let's help each other out. Let's help the fish out. And everybody, I hope y'all have a blessed day. Cause your boy out. Peace.